Oh, right, there we are. Sorry about that. Had some internet-related issues. My goodness, that 3-minute intro goes so fast. Yay, stability. Yay, hopefully. Hey, Paul, Paulina, Dilshan, good to see you. How you doing? Hey, Elaine, Vihanga. Right. Ahoy there! That's Poppy in the background. She's doing something with apricots. Making some kind of apricot, yeah. Okay, right. What am I doing? We're going to be doing some more design review today, which I'm very much looking forward to. Moosh says, Poppy! Raj says, oh, looking fresh down. Oh. Thank you. Oh, no, sorry, Raji. I'll take that. Hey, Daryl. Ahoy! That should be the new thing. Ahoy there.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Right. I should probably get the link up. I've got a few things from the last stream that I'm going to review because I didn't get a chance to do them. But if you do want to send some work over, I can't guarantee I'll get to everything, but there is the link anyway. I'll try and get through as many as I can. Elaine says, hey Poppy, I do love an apricot. Yummy. Is it actually apricots, or is it like a certain type of dried apricot?
It's called dried Hunza.
Dried Hunza.
And you boil them and they're absolutely delicious.
Yeah, so you soak them overnight and then you boil them for 3 hours. And
yes.
They are incredible. Paulina says, hi Poppy.
Hi. No.
I did a couple t-shirt designs in 3 hours the other day. I might throw it in there. Yes, you've got to. Now you've said that. You can't tease us like that, Moosh. That's not fair. It's against the rules. The rules of life. Okay, right, let's whip something up. What is this? What is this? Ooh, okay, we've got a couple logos by Paul, so we're going to whip these up. I think you're in the chat, aren't you, Paul? Paul Subterrell. Yes, excellent. Very good. Okay, oh, we've got 2 logos. Oh, look at that. God, you spoil me, Paul. Right, let's get some music on. Let's get some music on, eh? Get a bit of Scottish in there. All right, logo for a local beauty salon. All right, we'll start with that one. Ooh, in Romania. House of Art. Ooh, that's interesting. That reminds me of something, but I can't think what it is. Oh, I love the style. I'm not sure about the typeface here. I don't know how I feel about that. Because this is so beautiful and intricate that you could say that is kind of contrasts quite nicely. But then also it, I don't know what typeface this is. But I mean, it could be Arial or something. Probably not, though, because we've got that sort of angled part there, which a little bit weird. I don't know, yeah. I'm not sure. What do you guys think to that? But in terms of the mark itself, okay. I already know what I'm going to pick on. So I think for this bit here, I'd love to see a continuation of this. I'm obviously going to completely, apologies now, I'm going to completely bastardize this. I'm going to be lazy and smooth tool it. Just so we get a bit more smoothness there. Of course, you know, there's other techniques you could use for this. Good old circles. I'd possibly, because we've got those rounded corners, I'd probably round the cap on the end of that one. I like the fact it doesn't taper to a fine point. So it's got like a nice sort of stroke profile there. Obviously, I've done a I've done a terrible job. You could do a much better job than me getting a smooth curve there, just so everything kind of flows really nicely. Ooh, I sent to a book design. Nice. Oh, there is one that's finished with the name next to it. Oh, sorry. Hang on. All right. Okay. Of course, I'm looking at the wrong one. All right. Gotcha. Sorry, Paul. Yeah, something stands out here that doesn't look quite right. It's difficult to put my finger on what it is. How do I explain this? Using my words. Okay, first of all, I'm going to lock everything, just so I don't break it. Yeah, okay. It's hard to explain, but I'm going to try my best. Yeah. So I think probably I think I drew that pretty accurately. I think, or did it smooth it? I don't know. Oh no, it's kind of smoothed it. That's no good. Sorry. Okay. I'm just trying to compare the two sides first of all. So I'm using the direct selection tool just to kind of copy this side. And we're going to flip it and just have a look just to check. Okay, yeah. So I think that's something that's standing out to me is we've got like a very particular shape here, but then this part doesn't mimic that. But then I kind of get that because you've got the swirl coming out. So I guess a couple ways you could do it is you could keep the straight part and then flick it up from the straight part. So you kind of maintain the integrity of this bit to mirror the other side. And then that would kind of bring this bit higher. So if I kind of slice this off, I might be able to show you what I mean. You see what I mean? To kind of follow that curve. That way you still keep the creativity here. Obviously we smooth out this bit, but we're also mirroring the two sides. That's one way of doing it. The other way would be to, I guess, keep some of it, cut it a little bit shorter, and then just begin the curve a little bit more if you wanted to kind of keep how it looks at the minute. Yeah, so I think either way, I mean, you need to play around with it and see what works. But I think the fact that we have this sort of symmetry with these pillars here, but then we don't have the symmetry there, that's something that's standing out. And here as well. There's a part that isn't as smooth as it could be. It's I've got auto smoothing on. I was trying to draw an example to show you what it is. Can you guys see that, or is that just me? How else can I represent this? Let's try drawing some lines. Usually with like, I think this is something I've seen quite a lot, actually. It's the tapering off of something like this. And this is really like subtle. There's definitely designs that have kind of done this a bit more aggressively, but the tapering isn't consistent. Now, maybe that's just me, but it's something that always stands out. I'm just trying to see if I could draw an example. You know, so here you might have, see that the tapering doesn't taper off consistently. It kind of starts thick, but then it maintains that, and then it tapers off quite hard. But ideally you want to kind of get a tapering that happens at a more consistent rate rather than I'm trying to redraw the path, but it's not letting me. Yeah. Does that make sense? Yeah, it does look a little bit gothic. It reminds me of playing cards. That's the vibe that I get straight away. I got the letter from an old alphabet book. Oh, nice. Oh, you're welcome, Paul. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. Yeah, I think that thing there, that little sort of area that I highlighted, would probably become a non-issue if you were to kind of do what I said there and have that symmetry. So then this would kind of angle up a bit more. This part here is all absolutely fine. It tapers off at like a nice consistent rate. It's just that little bit around there on that side of the curve in particular. It sort of comes in quite harsh, and then, yeah. And I think circle-wise as well, yeah, everything else is so precise and geometric. What I would do is if we were to put a circle there, you see here as well, kind of flattens out a little bit. It's not really round, it flattens out. What I would do is just put the circle back there and then just kind of have that just curve a little bit more smoothly from the circle, just so you don't, if it comes out sort of a bit too wide, you kind of get that flattening. So you could do a curve and then use the rotate tool to just kind of bring it in a bit, so you get like that smooth continuity into the circle. So when you have it here white with a solid fill, do you see what I mean? Like this part here feels like it's kind of bulging out to the left. Whereas ideally you'd have that circle continue in like, oh, that was terrible. I'm trying to draw a smooth circle. Oh no, it's going so well then. Right, I'm going to draw it on the screen because do you see? It's not the best circle I've done. Look, don't judge me, all right? But you see what I'm getting at? Please see what I'm getting at. Just so once you've kind of got the curve, it maintains the circle shape. Can I edit that? Oh, that's okay. Let's ruin that part of the. I'm just trying to. Oh, okay, that's a very quick and dirty version, but that's what I'm getting at. Do you see there? It maintains the circle versus kind of sort of bulging out to the left a bit. Yeah, I think this is one thing I'm sort of quite good at, is pointing out the weird little quirks and things. I think my eyes are either tuned for smooth curves or I'm obsessed. It's probably gone too far. Same with here. Yeah, this one I saw immediately. Obviously, I don't want to spend too long on this. I think the design-wise, it's great. It's just the sort of some of the curves, like here, you've pretty much got like an ellipse shape here. That was flipping awful, Dan. Come on, son. Call yourself a designer. Goodness me. So you could use an ellipse to almost get this curve looking absolutely perfect. So the things that are standing out here is this bit on the right. That flattens out a little bit at the end there. And then this bit here, it flattens out as well. And I can show you that by kind of, if I throw an ellipse in there. Oh, God. What are you doing, Dan? That's what happens when you try and use keyboard shortcuts too quickly. Yeah, so if I throw an ellipse in there. This is where basic shapes can be just absolutely invaluable. Yeah, do you see what I mean? I mean, we could. Let's see how this looks. Use the arc tool. Might not work. And then rotate.
Doing purple.
So this could be one way that you can. That's pretty close. Do you see what I mean? So we're just using the arc tool there for that one and the ellipse tool. Basic shapes like the ellipses or circles can be perfect for getting those smooth curves. And then here, what you could do is duplicate that. Press R for the rotate tool, click on that endpoint, pull it out like this. Get rid of that bit, and we've already got part of that. Or, again, you could use the ellipse tool and just make a larger ellipse. And yeah, that might need to come out a bit more. But yeah, using basic shapes like that are a great way to kind of get more precise or perfect bits and pieces. Looking good. Yeah, this is looking tight. Just maybe the other thing is just a little bit of consistency with corner radiuses. So we've got one here that's slightly rounded. This one here is perfectly sharp with a slight kink in it as well. This one here and this one here look slightly different visually. So any areas that are kind of essentially in this design mirroring each other, try to have the corner radius, corner radii treated consistently visually. Sometimes if you enter the same numerical value, it doesn't give you a visual consistency depending on the angles. But yeah, I think there we go. We've scrutinized that one enough. Yeah, I think maybe the problem was I tried to copy too much of the letter that was designed 100 years ago and use shapes for some parts and some parts of freehand. Yeah. I think, yeah, with freehand, it can be very, very useful. However, because this design by nature is so symmetrical, very geometric and very precise, I think I would do the freehand stuff cautiously. Sometimes it can work really well, but when you've got like a lot of symmetry, curves, basic shapes like circles here, we've got the diamond shape here, you know, the curve there that kind of could be an ellipse. I think, yeah, that technique over freehand, even pen tooling, like sometimes I do it, like, you know, you could pen tool this, but again, I would just use ellipses and circles to kind of get my curves looking just how I want, rather than trying to pen tool it and then manually taper it off. Do you know what I mean? So you could copy that, do that. There you go. Shape builder tool. Okay, it's not working. But yeah, you see there, you got your horn shape just from using circles. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure about the font. Jury's out on that one. I think it works and it's functional. Whether you need a different font that kind of mirrors the characteristics of this, I honestly don't know. Maybe not. But that's where I'd put the focus into the mark and those details. Okay, Edouard Marikiak. Probably butchered that. I'm sorry, Edouard. Yeah, I like this. Guitar, person. I'm not entirely sure what the context is. I think that kink there, I would either make it more accentuated as hair or remove it, one or the other. Just because at smaller sizes, it looks a bit more like a mistake. So you could exaggerate it and make it a little bit more of a cut and something like that. Or you could draw like another detail that could be the hair and then make that more of a feature. Not necessarily like that, because that is just very quick and dirty. But do you know what I mean? Like, just make it look a bit more like hair, and then have that's more like a Harry Potter scarf. Whoops, are you watching this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I like the use of negative space. Yeah, for this one. I'm not sure. Not sure about the font here. I'm not really liking the font, if I'm honest. It's almost like a sans serif font, but a bit worse. It's I would question the quality of the font just because it's got things like that, and then at that it doesn't look like a very particularly well designed font. There's a lot of inconsistencies with the letters. Not all fonts are created equal, definitely. This bit here, I mean, personally the style of the flat and then the curve and the kinks, not my cup of tea personally. You probably could have something like this. Yeah, this is a different font. For the name, it's got a bit more personality and character. For the subtitle, I'd probably go with something a bit more simple. You know, there's versions of there's fonts that are very similar to that, but they're just a bit tighter and a bit better. And then it depends. I'm not entirely sure what it says, but whether you'd have the name on top and then have the tagline, if it is a tagline underneath, possibly. Maybe a bit tighter, spaced apart, tiny bit, make the mark slightly bigger. Okay, we'll do an option B as well. Because we've got a chunky font, this will look pretty good if we stack it. Ooh, yeah. Now, if you didn't want the tagline, that would be delicious. That would look flipping lovely. Although if you said, damn, we need that tagline, I'd say, damn it, Paul. Can we just... That's probably going to be too... Well, that would be too small for the website, but if we were doing this and it was being printed on something a bit larger, it'd be nice to get away with that. I feel like just the name would work better on the website. So if we just sling those out of the way. These look really cool, by the way, the sort of badge version. That would probably need to go in the center more, I think. And I would move that down. This one here. You could have like a full version and then have a website version. A bit more suited for smaller screens and doodles. Let's bring it closer. Yeah, so you'd have your website one there, so everything's legible, and then this is the version where you got a bit bigger. You can fit that in. It's going to be legible. You're a musician, Harry. Moosh, love the icon with this one. Yeah, and it's clever, isn't it? A music therapy practice, right? Okay, makes sense. Yeah. Got the human element, and then you got the guitar element. could... I'm just want to try something. Whoops. This may not work. But we're going to try it. No. I was going to try and reduce the size of the frets a little bit so they had a tiny bit more breathing space and they were just a little bit, tiny bit less prominent, so the face would maybe be a bit more visible. Also, would these circles line up with the not the fret, sorry, what am I, are they fret? No, what am I talking about? What are the handles at the top of a guitar called? The tuning knobs. Not even listening, are you? Oi, peasant!
What? What you want?
What you want? The top of the guitar, they're not the, what are they called? The knobs, the tuning knobs. I just call them frets, I think.
Tuning.
Yeah, you don't even know either. Both of us own guitars, and we don't know.
Tuning knob.
Yeah, they're called tuning knobs. I don't know either.
Why?
Just it doesn't matter. As you were.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, so maybe these circles should line up with them.
You're a musician, Harry.
Hey?
You're a musician, Harry.
You're a musician, Harry. Yeah. So a few kind of off the cuff thoughts there, but anyway, hopefully that is helpful. Yeah, yeah, sorry that I have a frets are where the strings go. Wrong terminology, Dan. Okay, right, next. Next. Oh, moosh. Oh, mooshy moo. Oh, we are opening this one up. Flippin' heck. Oh, that is flippin'
Oh, wow.
tasty.
Be the light.
That is bloody gorgeous. I love that, especially the mock-up as well. I've got two versions as well. Oh, option 1. Option 2. Believe, support, care.
Cool.
Wow, that is so cool. Forensic Examiner's T-shirt contest. So has this happened? Have you submitted this? Did you win? Like, how can I share my design? I'll send the link, but I've got a lot already, so I can't promise I'll get to it. Yeah, that's so cool. Right, oh god, I'm working in Acrobat. Ugh. Ugh. Oh no, I hate this. It's so clumsy. Yeah.
Her logo. I love her logo at the top.
Oh, it's banging, isn't it? You first saw that on the top of a CV. So cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I love this. Oh, the color palette as well. I think the only thing that stands out to me, and this might be a personal preference, so feel free to tell me to shut up.
Shut up, Dan.
Shut up, Dan. I've known Moosh a while now. I think she could tell me to shut up quite comfortably. Shut up, Ginger. And again, maybe it's a personal preference. I love the sort of clean style here. Everything's very sort of clean. And then parts of the hand and the details very kind of more illustrative, varying stroke weight. Goes quite thin at some points, and it looks a bit like rougher, not very smooth in places. And I think I would probably just, like here, down here, if my face isn't in the way. Let me just check. There you go. You should be able to see that. Yeah, the tapering, like, it probably is very accurate to a hand. But is there a way it could still be hand law accurate, but just a bit more like have like a nice tapering profile, kind of like what I was waffling on about with Paul's a minute ago. Yeah, that's this bit here. It's the only thing that I'm not crazy about. Also, the bottom of the lighthouse, let's line that up with the bottom of the hands as well. Loving that starburst thing, and I love the way this wraps around the... Yeah, slight kink there as well. A couple little tiny kinks. Run the smooth tool over that. Bush, bush. That'll smooth that one out. And then got a nice rounded corner there. Would that one there have a sharp corner, or would it round off as well, just so the corners match? Stares at screen intently. I'm gonna piss some people off now with my obsession with detail. Sorry, it's just my brain. This is how I see things. Right, go back down. Spacing between all of those lines, the right and the left side look slightly, in fact, the spacing looks slightly inconsistent. Select them all, distribute equally. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a couple that are slightly off there. Medical and service providers who support survivors of abuse, they wanted to convey solidarity, advocacy, and protection. Oh, well, it definitely does that. That sort of beacon of light and hope, and the arms. And this is why mock-ups are so important as well. Because, like, looking at this here, like... the design looks great, but when you actually see it on a t-shirt, it just helps you like visualize how it would look so much more.
What are you doing?
Moosh, have you used a displacement map on this mock-up? Or was this kind of added over the top and then sort of blend if like using blend if to blend the texture? Have you used a displacement map to blend the design over the curves and the wrinkles? It needs some cinnamon. Yeah, if you could just add a bit of cinnamon, just like cinnamon beacon coming out the light. I don't even know what that means. Elaine says, stunning design. Oh, goodness me. That's just a mock-up from Invato. I had 3 hours to do 2 design. Right, gotcha. Okay, yeah. The only reason I ask is it's just like that one extra step. So I think I could tell here, like, the design is flat on the bottom as per the design. Whereas if you use a displacement map, it will just kind of give it a bit of a... it will kind of map your design to the wrinkles of the shirt. I think, yeah, some of them on Invato... I mean, obviously, the designs on Invato, the mock-ups are very good. Some of them will have displacement maps, some won't. If someone wants me to show them... I mean, I could show you displacement maps now if anyone's wondering what I'm going on about. In fact, I might have an example somewhere. Bear with. Oh god, I've got to find it now. Oh. Where have you put the t-shirt mock-up? Oh, no way. I've actually found it. Oh, yes. Go me. Have I displacement mapped this? Yes, I have. Okay. So the way you would create a displacement map, if you're making your mock-up, making the mock-up yourself, is so what you do first of all is you take your clothing design or whatever it is and you'd export that as a separate PSD. So I'm going to call it displace, and then I'm going to set that to grayscale as the color mode. Yeah, flatten that. Okay, so the reason you want to set it to grayscale is because displacement maps use the light and dark areas to determine how to kind of treat things. So what, and you can even actually adjust the contrast as well. So if you wanted to increase the contrast to have more pronounced wrinkles, you can adjust those values. You see there, the wrinkles become lighter and more pronounced, and it will give you a more pronounced displacement. So let's save that. That is our displacement map. So now we need to open up our file again. And then let's get rid of just displace. So here I've got my graphic pasted in from Illustrator or whatever. Obviously it doesn't look like it's blended to the t-shirt. We'll do that again in a sec. But if we go to filter, distort and displace, we can choose a value. I would typically start with 10, maybe 20 if I'm feeling especially naughty. Let's go for 20. Come on. Horizontally and vertically. And then I've got to find that displacement map. So obviously it's ghosted out, which is flipping helpful. So we'll just have to do that again. It's this weird issue on macOS for some reason. There we go. Displace.psd. So that is the grayscale one. And it will displace it by 20 pixels either way. That's probably a bit much. So I'm going to go for 10. You will need to kind of play around with these values a wee bit. And you can see here, it kind of follows the curves, of the wrinkles on the shirt. And then if you go into the blending options, you can also hold Alt or Option and drag this one to the right. This is going to bring through the shadows in the underlying layer, which is the t-shirt. So essentially what that does is it blends your design onto the material and you get the texture from the material coming through. If you've got any really pronounced highlights, you can do the same here on the right. I don't think this one does. Not where I'm putting the design anyway. But if you've got like a very big, bright area or a highlight, you can do the same thing there. And it will let the highlight show through, but your design won't appear where the highlight is. So you can see the difference there. And if the displacement is still too much and it's kind of mucked it up, you can even use a lower value. You'll still get a displacement. Or you can use this as a guide, go back to having clean text and then like use Liquify or something to just bend and warp it and use this as like a reference. It's pretty subtle, but sometimes you have like big folds and big material kinks. I think the E here is probably the most noticeable because that fold, that crease like runs straight through the E. And that's how you can map it to clothing and materials. And once you've done it, you know, you've got a smart object, you can go into this and do whatever you like. So if I wanted to go and draw something. Save and close. It's going to update those changes and you don't have to go and do the displacement all over again. It will just kind of update them in the main document. That's how those mock-ups are kind of set up anyway. Some displacement maps can be wonky at the top though also. Yeah, I think it depends. It depends on the... Because every bit of clothing or whatever you're using as a displacement map is going to be different. So sometimes when I use displace, it looks great, and other times it doesn't look as good because you're using the actual photo of the thing to create the displacement map. I'm curious if you could do some type experiments with the displacement maps on one live stream. That would be really cool. Yeah, we can do that. I love the tealish color, says Badava. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you want to support the channel, you can become a member and then you go green. Hey, Eduardo. Hola. Okay. Yeah, so, right. Side tangent over. Oh, yeah, I flipping love this. Did you say you had 3 hours to do this, Mooch? This is insane. For 3 hours. Yeah, I think the only thing that stands out on this one, I love the style here. The way you've got the banner with the text, bold font, kind of cut out. I love that. I love that starburst. That looks flipping awesome. I would just probably not continue the highlight all the way down that side. Just kind of cut it off there. Possibly before the heartbeat line. I'd make that finger less pointy. Maybe reshape this part of the hand a little bit. Maybe just taper both the sides of the hand in. Just to kind of bring the wrist in, maybe a tiny bit. Yeah. And then I don't know. Maybe I'm not sure how these should look really. They're both very symmetrical, curving up. A little bit like a sort of bum shape, actually. So I don't know if maybe they could be a bit more subtle, or I'd probably look up other hand illustrations to kind of figure out where the curve should be and the angle it should point at. I'm honestly not sure. So I would reference another person's illustrations that's more seasoned at that kind of stuff in terms of the anatomy, getting things looking right. But yeah, less bummy. Yeah. Oh yeah, I think to be honest, Moosh, I hadn't even really given the font too much thought. You know, yeah, you could go and play with some different fonts, but I think it looks cool. I don't normally, I'm a bit funny about strokes around fonts, but I think here it totally fits with the linear sort of outline style for the illustration. So I feel like it, especially this one, it blends really well. Even this one, yeah. I mean, yeah, you could go and pick a slightly different font, but I think it's definitely okay. It's definitely okay. It's fine. Like it didn't even. That's not even the thing that I'm kind of looking at. I think for this second one, it's mostly the shape of the hand and the fingers and the details. That's the that highlight down the side of the heart. Everything else, like the shield, the starburst, the colors, yeah, it looks flipping awesome. Nice, very good. Do. How has it nearly been an hour already? This is ridiculous. Time is going way too fast. Okay, right. What is this one? This is by, is it Dana? Dana? Okay, I can't actually read what that is, but I'm sure I'm going to get... We've got 28 pages. My goodness. I'm sure I'm going to get some context any minute now. Oh, hello. Be a lich. I used to do t-shirt design when I was in college at a shop, so this was fun to create. Oh, nice. I've never done a lot of like clothing design. I'd love to do more. Just need more time. Okay. I can definitely... The bottom is XAN, U, and then L something. Zanbazaar. A trust destination for a convenient and delightful shopping experience in the heart of Duhok and Obil. Our mission is to deliver health, freshness, and value to every customer who walks through our doors. Sustainability, community support. Okay. Bridge between modern convenience and the richness of traditional markets. Lovely. Oh, that's what we like to see. That's what we like. Okay, I like the explanation for the different bits. I love seeing this kind of stuff. Positivity, freshness, and health. Yeah, the colors are going to convey some of that. Energy, vitality, creativity. Yeah, with the orange. Maybe it's just me. I don't know what you guys think. Depth, calmness, life, vitality, trust, and stability. These are a lot of words, and they don't relate to the shape. I think there's a green there. I feel like just because the words are there doesn't make it true. So I would say the same here as well. Doors, welcoming, hills, farms. I'm not seeing any of those four there personally. You know? Does that make sense? Letter X, totally, yep. Colors, the explanation, I get that. These two, top one and the fourth one, I see the words, but I'm not seeing it in the symbol. How many more to go, Dansky? I don't know. We'll see what we can get done in an hour. Yeah, I agree. It's very pleasing. So yeah, we'll keep moving. But if you do have any thoughts on that, Dana. Yeah. I'm not sure what this is. The U, and if I had to guess, I'd say L and something else. I've got like a double-ended A there. Does that need to have another... I forget what that bit's called. Is it not a tail, is it? A little flick. Different colorways. Nice mock-ups. Oh yeah, so this I understand this. So Zanbazaar, that's the name at the beginning. I don't know what this is. This isn't the same logo. Yeah, even this. Oh, that's a flipping beautiful mock-up. Loving this. But I don't know how to read that. Way too many secondary colors. I think too many colors. This isn't going to be memorable. This has a very clear visual identity, I think, using those primary colors or as they're called here, premier colors. I think the secondary colors can be very useful, but there's like just too many. I like the bag design, by the way. Yeah, that is a really nice bag. It's Zan in Arabic. Okay, right. Okay. Yeah, if that okay, that might make sense then. I would still say that I mean, I suppose there would be a version of the logo that maybe it's just Zan, and then you'd have Zan Bazaar in some, kind of like how similar to the guitar logo we looked at earlier. You'd have different versions of it. Some that would be good for small spaces, some that would have like the full shebang. But yeah, too many secondary colors. I don't know what the purpose of this page is, but this is very bright. Kind of hard to read. Yeah, so okay, so here you can see some of those secondary colors coming into play. I don't know. I don't know if that dilutes the identity a little bit. I'm not sure. Stickers, very nice. I suppose seeing them as in the context here with the bags, that you've obviously got the main bag here. Again, I like the design of the bag. Oh, sorry, you can't see this, can you? Because my stupid head's in the way. It's this one here I'm looking at. Oh, flip's sake. Adobe Acrobat. So annoying. Yeah, these ones down here. I like the design. And you can see the use of secondary colors. I feel like the red one is just a different brand altogether. That feels totally different. So I suppose you could have some secondary colors to make some elements of the brand, whether it's carrier bags and that, a bit more fun and a bit more funky. Or like here, they've used the yellow and the red with the green and the orange. But I think having like all those other secondary colors, like it's just too many colors in that scheme. Yeah, again, so yeah, this is a good use of secondary colors, especially the yellow. The yellow, the green, and the orange actually fit quite nicely as well. Whereas this one feels like a different brand to me anyway. Yeah. Meat section. Huh. Okay, yeah, different stuff for different sections. Okay. Yeah, I got the word bizarre being market. It's the other word. There's the XAN. Oh yeah, whatever that is. Is that Arabic? I'm not sure. I like the fact that whether it's in whatever this is, Arabic or whatever, or English, it's got the same quarter segment, green, orange. Although I can't get over the double-ended A. I like the symmetry and I appreciate it, but I'm not sure. Oh man, yeah. See, I'm really torn now. I like as a piece of design, I like that with the logo and the red, and you've got the shapes. I think it's just when you've got such a strong identity, and then you just go red and white, and you have none of the other colors there. That's when, for me, it's a little bit like it feels like a bit disconnected from some of the other stuff. I like the design of it on its own, but it just, if I were to put them side by side, it kind of looks. There's very little of the branding that's carried over to that. But then you've got the shape. I don't know. What do you guys think? Kurdistan, this is my language, and you can see in Google where is the Kurdistan and what is their language. Gotcha. Okay. Oh, nice bread wrap. The mock-ups are great. This is so good to give someone an idea of how everything actually works. If you were to just show all these different variations with no context, it would be so difficult to appreciate how anything could look. Again, design-wise, I love the style and the treatment. Oh no, you had to put a cinnamon bun in there, didn't you? Goodness me, what are the odds of that? Yeah, they're very good, aren't they? Yeah, like, does that make sense? Like, does anyone else agree with that, or do you disagree? What do you think? Because there's some elements, like, I like this. I love the wrapping here for the oh, it looks like a tasty sausage roll. I love it. I love the meat, the design of that. But does it feel like the same brand? I don't know.
Is that a cinnamon bun?
Yeah, it's a flipping cinnamon bun.
Oh,
Cinnamon bun. What are the odds?
I want a cinnamon bun.
Moosh, I really do enjoy looking at this brand. The shapes are very strong. I think maybe... Oh, God. Sorry. Good Lord. Sorry, Moosh. So rude of me. Maybe a revisit on the colours just to make sure that it's cohesive and not overwhelming, but I love this. Rating out of 10. Oh, I mean, there's too many factors. I couldn't sit here and just reduce a 28-page document down to a rating out of 10. 10 being what and 0 being Microsoft Paint. Like, what scale are we on here? Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, but I'm loving the designs, and I think the use of that symbol throughout everything is flipping excellent. You get 10 out of 10 because it's got a cinnamon bun. I love this as well. I can totally see that being real and used, but just maybe the colors, the introduction of, if you were to even just add the orange, or like one orange there and a green there, do you have does it still look great? Orange and green I think would work with the brown, and then you just get a little bit more of that branding back in there. Maybe this one feels like a totally different brand. Oh wow, that was an absolute pleasure to look through that. Solid mock-ups. I think Dilshan, yeah, these mock-ups are really cool. Next level presentation. No, thank you. That was really, really fun to go through that. Yeah. So I think generally my sort of point, and what a few other people said, is maybe just where are you? Yeah, I didn't really see any of these other secondary colors. Oh no, sorry, we had the brown in there. This green, did I see that? Maybe it is somewhere. Yeah, maybe just streamline that secondary color palette just a little bit more. 2 or 3 maybe. I mean, white's kind of a given a lot of the time anyway. So white is almost, do you know what I mean? Like white and black is almost part of the palette if you need to use it for black and white print or whatever. Anyway, the yellow, I think that works really well with the orange and the green. Actually, the yellow works with all 3 of those colors on the left. You've picked the perfect tone there. I'm not a massive fan of that green. You've already got like a pretty prominent green there. I feel like that doesn't really work. Maybe the brown. The brown will work with the yellow and the orange really well. Question mark on the red. Definitely not that. Definitely not that blue. Hopefully that's helpful. Mustard! Mustard indeed. I love a mustard yellow. There is a rule for color that is a 60-30-10. It might be helpful. Yes, definitely worth looking up. I think there's a few different rules that you can use for color that are quite useful like that. Oh, okay. Hey, Tom. How's it going, mate? You alright, mate? Proper Somerset. KDD, hungry now. I know, that cinnamon bun. That was cruel, that was, putting that in there. Oh, God, I would just savage a cinnamon bun right now. Right.
Well, the internet's being awful.
Oh, it better not be being awful because... is the stream still alright?
Nothing else is working.
Oh, we got another branding one. I gotta look at this. Oh, you gotta look at this. As much as it pains me to keep working in Acrobat, these ones are... I love doing these. Also, something I get asked quite a lot is, do I do portfolio reviews? Normally I don't look at portfolios because there's just so much work. If I were to start doing portfolio reviews, what do you look for in that? Is that kind of just maybe going into a few projects and the sort of broad opinion of how I find the portfolio just kind of coming in fresh? Kind of like what we did with your website, Tom. You know, if we said that was the equivalent of a portfolio, whether it's a website or a Behance or whatever, it's like an overview of, okay, impressions, what I think, and then just diving into a few projects and having a look at a few select projects or something. Because I'd love to do that. Reviewing the entire portfolio, probably not, but proper Somerset that. I know. Oh, Arcade! It's more Bristolian, but anyway, lays down. Right. Ooh, okay. Slightly sheared text. Nice text underneath the shoes there. Shadow could be a little bit more realistic there, quite hard on the edge, but never mind, never mind. Sri Lanka's go-to destination for premium footwear, offering expertly sourced shoes from around the world. Born from a passion for sneakers, we cater to sneakerheads and style enthusiasts with unmatched quality and exceptional service. At Laysdown, every step is a commitment to authenticity, craftsmanship, and customer satisfaction. Right. Well, they are funky, aren't they? You know what? I should get a pair of them. They're on brand, they are. Very orange. Okay. Sora. Oh, that is very nice. I like that one. Brand colors. Okay, black and white color palette reflects the brand's commitment to sophistication, timelessness, and versatility. Timeless. Quality. Versatility. Name, surname. I mean, we can add in a fake name there. Let's sell the concept a bit more with a real like a real or a made up name? Let's we've got a made up number in there. Let's get some real content in there. Designation. That's like job title to be determined. Yeah, same here. You know, we can make up some fake stuff instead of just lorem ipsum. Good for getting a design and a concept done, but once you got it, placeholder content it. Even if you use ChatGPT, upload your design into ChatGPT and say, can you generate some placeholder, faux content for this? Sorry, is my big head in the way? Get your head out the way, boy. I got an idea. There we go. A bit better. Sorry, Moosh. Normally I can navigate around in Illustrator or whatever, but I find it a bit trickier here. There we go. Yeah. I like the business card. You've got the sort of watermark of the logo in the background, which is just more interesting than plain white. Thank you for your purchase. Oh, that's nice. Nicely spaced out social website and contact number. Huh, that bag's pretty funky as well, the way it's kind of reversed. Yeah. Ooh, Black Myth Wukong. And a rocket shoe. Vegan white. Oh my goodness. A Wukong styled shoe. That's awesome. Designed by Dilshan. I mean, yeah, these mock-ups look amazing. I love these ones in particular. Yeah, I think I definitely prefer this treatment of the logo. I think the connection between the E and the W. I don't know. I like the fact that it's connected and that there is a connection, but I don't think I like how the connection looks. Does that make sense? Like it connects in a very odd way, but I like how it bridges that gap, and when you've got it stacked, I'm just not sure what else. Yeah, how else you could do that? Yeah, he went with Lorem Ipsum for this one. Well, I mean, I could put some actual content in there, but screw that. Yeah, I think as well. If it's just for fun or for whatever, like, it's fine. If you're sending it to a client as a concept, either their real information or just make something up. Yeah, it's more to show the colors of the brand. Gotcha. Yeah, that I think that'd be the only things for me. Yeah, is the content. If with some real content, if you wanted to. Yeah, this is cool. The style of having the lettering in front and that is pretty cool. And this type of font as well, compact. I mean, I think it works well having it sort of sheared on that angle. I don't know if I'm a little bit biased because a font I use for a lot of the Dansky branding is what is it, Bebas Pro or something, Bebas Nui Pro. So I do love this condensed font. Mine's like it's not sheared; it's italicized. So I do like that sort of style. So there might be a little bit of bias in there. And yeah, I definitely prefer that version to the Strange Connection version. But yeah, nice one. Thank you, Dilshan. Okie dokie. Ooh, this is interesting. This is by Bidava. Huh. This is very illustrative. Chickpea flavored YY? YY? I'm going to say YY. Quick instant noodles. I do like this. I think, oh, it's got character. It's very fontastic. I like the illustration of the noodles. I don't like the fade. The fade looks, it looks a bit horrible. I think probably because it's got black in it. And this is such a cool illustration. Yeah. That's the first thing that stands out to me is I feel like this illustration of the noodles is so cool and vibrant, but the fade starts quite aggressively, quite high up. Got lots of lovely vibrant color here. That fade is starting around here. So this area to this area is just like murky. I would never fade with black as well. Sometimes when you add black, especially to yellows and colors like this, it doesn't look nice. You sort of get this area that's very murky. Black on yellow is awful. So what I would do is try and find a different color somewhere, maybe around this sort of reddish part of the spectrum, and then drag it down. So we're not going straight black. We just have a bit of color in there. See how that looks. Yeah, even that as a fade out. Yeah, so you see here you've got like a murky black. And then here you've got like a purplish reddy color, but that's going to blend even at least a little bit better with the yellow colors than the black is. And you could even change that actually. We could, let's get the panel. Yeah, so you can see there some colors don't blend especially well, but we could. Yeah, or you could go for a fade like this and actually make it a bit brighter. Or blend it into like a more pronounced color rather than darkening it. If you did that, where's my color gone? Yeah, so let's go for that. Because ultimately the blend is useful because it then serves as a way of having the smaller text and any logos or information have a good readout. So if you did something like that, you know, yeah, it's still a very aggressive fade, and I'd probably try and let a little bit more noodleage show through if possible. But then you've still got a background, you know, a solid color, and then you can have like a nice good readout of whatever stuff you've got down here. And rather than the black, this sort of feels like it has a bit more synergy with the rest of the design tonally. Do you see what I mean? I love this bit. This feels cool. Big, bold. Big, nice band spacing wise. This spacing, oops. Oh, let's get that smoothing down. This spacing here, tight, looks great. Alignment, left and right looks good. Chicken flavor. I think if you're almost going to line it up and push it to that edge with the W, just go the extra 10 pixels, get it lined up. Same with the D. If you're going to line it up. If you're not, kind of have it coming in a bit more. Don't have it like almost just quite there, but not quite, because it looks slightly off. I think this looks nice because it blends with the colors here. I don't think I like the big star thing in the queue. Does it need that? Does that add anything? I don't like this. This feels a little bit word arty with a slightly better gradient than word art, but it, yeah. Yeah, and it's sort of bent a little bit. And I think I'm maybe just pushing it with the fonts a little bit there. Also, this one here probably doesn't need a shadow. I know you've got a drop shadow here, and there doesn't seem to be one here. And this is subtle, but I don't know if you need it. There's so much contrast between the dark color and that sort of yellowy orange color that you probably don't need a shadow to lift it off. You can keep it there. It's subtle, so it's fine. It's not really a problem. But you might not need it. Oh yeah, Dilshan says the bottom bit looks a bit too dark. A movie poster for ramen, yeah. Mark says the same thing. The fade's really harsh, lighting it up. Good amount, I think it'll look much better. Yeah, I mean, or even, yeah, just kind of piggybacking off what you've said, Dilshan. You know, you want to get this text and information standing out. I mean, maybe it is, I can't really see. But if you got rid of the fade, and then have this actually as a bowl, and kind of did that, styled it like the rim of a bowl, and then you could, I mean, I don't know, you even just add like a nice little glint or a highlight there as well, just to kind of throw in a slightly different style. You've got that here on the noodles. You've got like that little highlight there. So maybe you could kind of pull that in there, but actually shape the bottom like a bowl. Then you don't need to do the fade. You've got the beautiful noodleage happening here, but whatever color bowl you go for, I mean, you could do anything really. You could have your text information here on the side of the bowl. You could even, I mean, it might look weird. You could even have it perspective warped so it looks like the contact info is on the side of the bowl, and make it look authentic. It might look a bit weird. I might be getting a bit carried away there, but you could do that. And then if you wanted to add detailing on the bowl, like a pattern or something, you could add it around the words so it's not standing out or anything. Yeah, that's what I would do. Is you've got such a cool illustration covered by a fade, rather than just blasting a fade over it, which still doesn't look ideal. I would do like a bowl or something holding it. Yeah. But in terms of style and direction, yeah, love it. Love the colors as well. You got like that sort of maroony color with the oranges, the sort of, what color would you call that? It's not like a full, it's not mustard, is it? It's like a slightly less saturated yellow. So normally like your mustards would be somewhere around here. A bit more over here and a bit more orangey. It's a beautiful color. And then we've got the highlight as well. So that whole thing is just like a really, really nice palette. You know, oh yeah, it's flipping lovely palette. Yeah, those three colors and the purple. Mwah! Chef kiss. Beautiful palette. I love that. So anyway, lots of waffling and scribbles. Hopefully that's helpful. Yeah, good job indeed. Hey, you are welcome. That's another, yeah, you could add texture or you could keep it to, I mean, there is a bit of texture here. It looks kind of pixelated, so you could get rid of the texture or have a subtle gradient, whatever. Yeah, you could, I mean, you could do two versions. Actually, yeah, that's a good shout. What you could do is have your main version, and then you could get different textures, like a card texture, and then just blend that over the whole thing to give it like an exaggerated, kind of like a recycled card kind of look. It's just as something to compare to. Right. All right, we'll do a couple more quick fire ones. Oh, this one for sure. Oh. I mean, all the bias incoming, clean logo mark, clean typeface. I'm sold already. I mean, I wish there was a little bit more context for what it is. I mean, I'm guessing Organic Grove. Can we figure out what it is? No. Maybe there is a real website. Organic, I'm guessing some sort of tree or plant. Maybe the bulb underneath. Like you're planting something and it grows. Either way, yeah, clean and minimal. The R is a bit different. It looks a bit squish, if I'm honest. But then it does look a bit unique, and it's definitely got some character in there as well. I think if it wasn't, I mean, yeah, I'd like to see the R a bit chunkier. In fact, yeah, now I've seen it, it's really squish compared to all the other letters. It almost looks a bit strange. But I would customize the R and just make it fit the other letters a bit more, but still kind of have those characteristics, because if it didn't have that and it was a regular R, it just wouldn't be carrying the same character, and it would just be like so many other sans serif fonts that... Yeah, this is cool. Would you... It's hard to see without actually mocking it up. So we got that line there. You know, would you match the angle with this one? Because at the moment it's kind of like that, and it gets wider. It's not really a criticism, just more of a question, really. Would you want to match the angle there so you have them running parallel? Maybe. How are we doing on the alignment as well? Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. And they've clearly accounted for the shape as well. They know what they're doing. They've accounted for the shape of the circle. If the circle stopped like here on that line, it would look a bit weird. So they've kind of continued that past the baseline in line with the other letters. So that's good. Love this color. The colors are flipping excellent. Yeah, edge to edge style. Yep. Why not? Why the hell not? Kind of works. And And I think you get away with it here with this logo. Sometimes it'd be like, whoa, that logo looks way too big. But because they've kind of made it into a feature as part of the background, it does kind of work, I think. Contact information, I think I'd always say print a copy, first of all, to see what it's like. My gut instinct says that is way too small. I don't know what size that would be, like 5 or 6 on a business card, which is it's going to be tiny. So obviously to have the logo full width, you got to do that. Or what you do is you have a portrait business card. Bit less common, stands out. You could then run the logo like portrait. So you still get that full width look, but then you've got all this space to put your text so you can make it bigger. So I would definitely try a portrait version. What's going on? We're being invaded with children. Kids, be gone. I don't like the illustrations. I gotta be honest, I don't like them. I think I prefer this one. Like, if you're gonna go for more organic shapes, yeah. In fact, these ones, yeah, more organic shapes. We've got garlic and we got this leaf thing, whatever it is. I think that's fine. It's a tomato. I can't get past the tomato. It looks like it's quivering. I just can't get past that. If we're going to kind of have organic shapes, that's fine. But it's like it's got like a quivering filter on. Like it's scared of being eaten or something. So I feel like if we're going for more organic shapes, maybe just lose that weird quivering effect. But yeah, really, really cool. Yeah, flipping love. That's a nice logo. It's a flipping nice logo. What are you doing? This one is nice. Yeah, the mark is right up my street. I feel like it's up a lot of people's street as well. I don't think I'm going to have time for many more today, to be honest. But we will do this again. We'll do one more after this, but I've already been sent like loads already. You like the squished R? Okay. Does anyone else in here like the squished R? Or is it just me? Am I just being a grumpy bum? An unfun grumpy bum? Hey, Art Graphic. Right, we'll do one more in a sec. It looks like the art is from another font. I've definitely seen similar things with some fonts and their letter S. You'll get a lot of letters that are all the same, and then the S will be real super squish. And yeah, maybe it's a personal preference. It's one of those things that once I've seen it, it kind of bugs me a little bit. Squished R throws me off as almost looks unintentional compared to the rest of the type. Yeah, I'm just looking at it and I'm thinking, like, I like the characteristics and the shape of the R, the fun element, the curved bottom part of the R. It looks great, but could we just make it wider, more conventional, but still have that fun element? You know, because I know Dilshan, you said you like the squish R. What I want to know is if I made that wider and still kept the fun element, but it matched the width of all the others, would you still like it? Would you still feel the same? You know, as long as it retained the characteristics and the sort of, you know, the fun, curvy element. I'm not sure if I like it or not. It didn't bother me until you said something. Sorry. Sorry, I've ruined it. I've ruined the... Hey, Gaurav, I'm good, thank you. How are you? Which color is your main... Dansky, so which color is your main logo brand? Well, my brand, orange. FF412D.
Lovely shade.
Hey?
A lovely shade of orange.
Oh, I love it. It's probably the same as Superdry. I flipping love Superdry's clothing. So there's probably some subconscious Superdry seeding in there. You think it'd lose a bit of personality? Okay. Oh, God. I was tempted to try it now. I wish I knew what font this was. Oh. I want to try it. Right, we'll do it with this version. Come here, you beauty. Let's get you into Illustrator. The curiosity is going to drive me insane otherwise. All right. Okay, let's draw the letter. Oh, I'm being naughty. I should definitely draw that as straight lines. Never draw as shapes, because you just have less flexibility. If you draw it as a stroke, you can change properties like the width and everything. And that doesn't look perfectly circular, which is fine. Although everything else is perfectly circular, so seeing as I'm gonna do this my way, Dilshan. Right, what width are we working to as well? Let's have some sort of reference. Doesn't need to be the exact width, you know, just. Then we got this kind of curve. How does that, where does it connect? Okay, down there. And then it cuts off about there. Scissors tool to kind of cut that short. And now I've got my little bit here, but it's got to connect at the bottom. And I've got to make this look like a good looking R. I bet I've cut that too short, haven't I? Or maybe I haven't. Yeah, maybe to get the width out of it. Obviously, we don't want to do this. We'll do two versions. Yeah, I probably straighten that up so it's pretty much perfectly vertical. That's not too bad. There's a... I mean, you could even actually, if you wanted to make it more fun. Is kind of have it connect there. But have it kick up a little bit as well. Is that going to work? Is that going to work, Dan, or is that going to look shite? I've also got to bring it down. Maybe. If you put a gun to my head, I'm picking the first one for now, so we'll We'll go with that. Now, I don't know what font this is, but I'm going to just... It looks very Satoshi-ish. So I'm going to just try that because I might be able to get away with it. Organic. Does anyone know what that font is? Or we could... Where are you? Retype. See if it will find a substitute. That doesn't... Dazzle. Unicase. No, that's not particularly helpful. That'll do. Dazzle Unicase. Download and install. Adding. Okay. So it should be installing that font now. And it should let me actually add that to the text to make it editable. Let's do it, yeah. No, night, Badava. Cheers, man. Yes, of course. You can send it next time. We'll definitely do this again soon. Okay. Do I should just double click that. Not sure if it's... No, that's fine. Dazzle. Yeah, slightly different, but we can easily customize that. The C is a bit wider, so we're just gonna add a rectangle, move it in, size it up, chop it out. Yeah, so it's not exactly the same, but we can take this here, expand, merge, color, get rid of the existing R, dump that in. I've made that too thin now, so I'm going to have to chunk it up with offset path. It's a little bit wider. Could even... Yeah, I mean, you could try a version that is extra wide. Okay. Right, so we've got this one here. We're gonna grab a rectangle, grab this. We're gonna mask it out. Then we've got the word Grove. Dazzle. Make this smaller. This one's going to need our custom R as well. And then we've got to size it up. God, that's got a crazy number too. Okay, which one does everyone prefer? 1 or 2? The font is called, what is it, Dazzle? Dazzle Unicase Medium. I'm guessing that's an Adobe font. You prefer that, Moosh? It's decent. Oh, it looks a little thick, but it could just be my eye. No, it might be. I basically, what I shouldn't have done is expanded it too early on, because I should have positioned it, got it in the right position, and then I can fine tune the stroke weight to match the others. But I got a bit carried away. Second one, the R's a bit thick. Yeah, I'll show you a really quick technique for that in a sec, actually. If you do have an existing font, but you want to customize a character, and then you make the custom character and you do what I've done, you bugger it up and then you make it too chunky or not chunky enough, there's a really quick way you can save it. Okay, 67% for 2. Oh, okay. I thought it'd be higher than that, so that's really interesting. That's interesting. Right, so what you can do is select them both. We'll do both. And go to path offset. And then what I would probably do is I think we'll go for maybe -1. And what it does is create a copy with that offset as well. So as soon as you've made it, you just go to cut, delete these ones, and then Command or Control F, and it'll paste it back in. You zoom out, still a bit chunky, maybe. We'll go offset path. You could even go -0.5. Cut, delete, paste. And you can do the same with a positive value as well. Now, doing this technique slightly, you can usually get away with it. If you do it massively, and if you do it with certain fonts, it will actually bugger up the letter form so that it typographically doesn't actually look correct. So if I try it on an existing font. No, these are very geometric, so they're not gonna... Oh no, here we go. Yeah. So I've gone quite extreme to try and make a thin version of this. And you can see typographically, it doesn't look ideal. Especially this curve here, it flattens out quite a lot. Different width, it just looks a bit... Yeah. So if you use it to the absolute extreme, let's try it on the R I've just done actually. Yeah, I mean, look at this. If we go if we go inwards, it can just decimate the lettering. And then we can go on a positive value as well.
You need to check the chat.
Oh, do I?
You do.
Why do I need to check the chat?
Because I asked a very important question.
Oh, hey, Andrea. I like both. The second one is more pleasing. I think I still prefer the first one, but it's just me. I don't know why I said it like that. Hey, Dansky, do you have any courses? Yes, I do. Oh,
Hey.
thank you for asking.
Ding, 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 ding.
Hang on. Oh, hang on. I'll drop the dinger. There we go.
Free to ski.
Even easy to turn to look at the message. Yeah, not only remind about the blooming courses, but actually look at the. For goodness sake, she really had to. She was like, he's not seeing the. He's not taking the bone, is he? I've thrown him a bone. He's not even seen the bloody bone. Dad, look at the chat. Well, yes. If you're interested in learning Photoshop or Illustrator, have I got the course for you?
Put your eyes on the camera. Come on.
Come on.
Come on then.
Yeah, so if you are enjoying this, that's just amazing. But if you want to learn Photoshop and Illustrator from me, I do have courses. I've got courses for... I was going to say courses for horses then. I've got courses not for horses, for everyone. Yeah, I've got the Illustrator and the Photoshop first class, which is like a beginner to intermediate level. And then the new Photoshop and Illustrator masterclasses that are coming out. The Photoshop one is 15th of March. Illustrator masterclass is is 30th of April.
Woo!
There's the ultimate bundle where you get all of those courses.
Wow.
That sounded so sarcastic. That's the best bit. It's like you save like loads of money with the bundle.
Wow, that's amazing.
That still sounds shit. Try it again. No, come on. No, try and sound legit impressed. Right, look. If you get all of the courses, it's 456, but instead it's 399.
No way, that's insane.
You sound so sarcastic. I'm not having it. Poppy's the best. No, she's not. She sounds so fake. Come on, I need excitement. Give me energy.
Yeah.
You sound like an extra. Gotta go. Love you all. I'll see you in the next one. Good night, Dan. Cheers, Dilshan. Catch you later, man. Oh, it's probably quite late where you are, actually. Anyway. Oh dear me. Here's a trailer for the new courses. Yeah, it'll do a much better job of selling it than we clearly will. With this ultimate course bundle, you'll gain the skills I've mastered over 2 decades as a professional designer. Hey, I did a marketing. Yay, well done. Thanks for your assistance, Poppy. She's not even got the link ready.
I do.
She's not got the link ready.
Yeah.
I could have got that then.
Yeah.
I could have got that.
Go.
Hey, da, 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 da. Yeah, so if you've got any questions about the courses, hello@dansky.com is the email. And yeah, I think we're going to leave it there today. That last one, I was going to do another one, but that last one took us on a bit of a tangent. I'm probably biased, but I do prefer the direction of the slightly chunkier R, if I'm honest. But the design overall is just flipping delicious. I love the colors. It's just that quivering tomato for me. It's just a little bit too scared. It just needs to...
Wait, is it hello at Forever Dansky or hello?
Sorry, what did I say?
Yeah, you said hello at Dansky.
Yeah, that's correct. What have you put? Have you put something else?
No. I put
Message retracted. You got it. You got it wrong.
I just copied what you said.
Get outside.
And I corrected you.
Dear me. Oh no, that's not it.
What?
It's hello at Dansky. Right, everyone just disregard what Poppy put. Go on, retract it. Retract the message. That's my email.
I don't get paid enough for that.
You don't what am I paying you for? Putting out the wrong email address? You're fired. Get out of here. Oh, man. Right. Oh yeah, this was fun. We could definitely do more of this. I've still got designs to review, and I know some people are very keen. So if you mistake ski, yeah, fired ski, unemployed ski.
Have you mentioned about the Discord?
No.
Right, you are terrible. Everyone just unsubscribe.
No, don't do that. Don't unsubscribe. You're right. You're fired again. Okay, right. So if you do want to join the Discord, just what? Oh. What is this shit show? Okay, well, I've got something you haven't got. You might have the link to the courses. You might have the link to the Discord, but do you know what you haven't got? You haven't got the link to 30 Days of Design Gold. Yeah, and you don't. Well, I've got it first, and you probably haven't even signed up. There you go. Oh. So if you'd like 30 Days of Design Gold, which is basically like just 20 years of experience packed into 20 emails, a tip for Poppy's good work.
Click on my one, not his.
Oh, thank you very much, Moosh. Wait, do I have to pass that on? Do I have to? Is this tip? Well, Moosh has just done a super chat for $5.
Oh.
But do I get that, or have I got to pass that on? Is that for Poppy?
Yeah.
Because then I got. Oh, for God's sake, hang on.
Gonna get myself.
Right, $5 to pounds. Right, I need to know, Moosh, because otherwise I got to send Poppy £3.97. And YouTube's going to take their cut of that super chat, so I think I'm going to lose money. God damn it.
Fine.
It's for Poppy, right? Oh, for goodness sake. For goodness sake, right? Hang on, I'm going to send this to Poppy. £3. I'm sending you the full conversion. No, hang on, right? We've got to do some math. This isn't fair.
Just at £5.
Right, no, hang on. I need ChatGPT. Hang on. Literally like 5 seconds from wrapping up.
Thank you, Noosh.
Hang on, right. Okay, so what have we got? We got $4.99 USD, but then I'm pretty sure YouTube takes 30%. Take off 30%. This is why you should learn maths in school. Take off 30% and convert to British pounds. Right, there we go.
Yes, salary rise.
Oh yes, it's all right, Elaine. I've got ChatGPT to do the math for me as well. What 30% of $4.99 is? I've got no idea. Oh, ChatGPT's not doing anything. Come on, it's not a difficult maths equation. It might be. I'll have to do the conversion. Oh no, it's doing it. Approximately £2.77. All right. Well, we'll send that to Poppy then. Oh, that was funny.
Don't get me something for Costa.
You could buy yourself like a muffin or something. Or like a drink. That's nice. Basically, Moosh has just bought you a drink.
Or a cinnamon bun.
Oh my God, you've got to buy it. There was one cinnamon bun again the other day.
No one's buying that cinnamon bun.
No. Well, I hope it wasn't the same one from like 4 or 5 days ago. Yeah. That'd be a bit weird. Right, there you go. There's your £2.77 Moosh. My work here is done. It's got to be a cinnamon bun. It's got to be a cinnamon bun. You take a picture of it as well. Oh, amazing. So, yeah, did I even explain what 30 days was? Basically, it's just loads of stuff I've learned over the last 2 decades packed into 30 emails. You get 1 per day. If it gets too much, just unsubscribe. But the feedback I've had on those emails is that they're really helpful. And just been very, very useful for a lot of people. So it's tips about design, portfolio, design theory, spacing, hierarchy structure. And it's all very sort of short, digestible emails with some actionable stuff you can try. So that's that. There we go. All the links, all done. Yeah, I'm going to shoot now, but thank you for joining today. You've been absolute legends as always. And I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. And yeah, I'll see you in the Discord or next week.
Bye.
Bye.